At the outset, let me congratulate all the successful candidates in the civil services exam, mains, for which results were declared very recently. Hearty congratulations and best wishes on their onward journey to an illustrious career in civil services. To start with, I've been associated with the Amrita coaching and mentoring program over the last couple of years. And trust me, it's delivered very effective outcomes, particularly when you try to look at this whole mentoring program as in a structured format, starting right from the pre-DAF stage. In the sense, DAF or detailed application form filling up happens to be a very crucial event in the whole scheme of things, where candidates have to pay a lot of attention. Very often, it turns out that in the DAF filling up stage, by pure impulse or let's say some problems arising in perception, it leads to a difficult situation at the interview level where pointed questions are raised. At a deeper layer, questions are raised which can cause some kind of discomfiture or inconvenience to the candidate. In a format where the interviewing process itself becomes more stress interview based, candidates find it very difficult. To help the candidates and facilitate them help them overcome such difficulties, potential difficulties which can arise at the interview stage, the mentoring program starts with a very careful one-on-one kind of an interaction with the candidate before filling up the forms. And then once the forms are filled up, we take the candidate through an iterative process where the key phrases or expressions used, the nature in which the responses are structured, all this come to closer scrutiny at a third party level. At the next stage, the DAF counseling would involve some kind of a hand-holding once the filling up is done, where again a one-on-one session is attempted where the candidate is able to comfortably cope up with the kind of responses that's expected in a typical UPSC personality test kind of environment. Later on, it progresses to a stage where the candidate is taken through a series of mock interviews. And the final stage would be a fully simulated real world kind of interview session. We have a wonderful team of background experts, including faculty members, to support the cause at every stage of your journey. We also have a team of expert resource persons drawn from various streams of public service, including civil services, doctors who are specialists in behavioral sciences, and such a multidisciplinary and or interdisciplinary kind of approach to interviewing helps create effective outcomes at the interview stage. The actual interview stage, today's interviews are all about, or personality tests are all about a mix or a hybrid of situation-based or behavioral event-based interviews. It could be information-based, it could be knowledge-based, it could also be situation-based, where say various scenarios are created. It could incorporate an element of stress, as we discussed earlier. It could also incorporate an element of ethics, trying to test out the candidate in the space of ethics and ethical governance, the kind of leadership roles they are expected to shoulder in an ethical context or in a situation of ethical dilemma. Trust me, randomness is the name of the game in the interviewing stage. So thanks to Amrita's team and the team of mentors, we will be able to foresee and probably structure certain things which could help the candidates become more effective in being ace interview takers, and would help them finally in their attempts to maximize the scores in the personality test program. At the end of the day, in this journey from what you call as faith and aspiration at the candidate stage to becoming full civil servants, at every stage, every step of the interviewing or the onboarding process, Amrita team and the team of mentors are always with you. Thank you for having given me an opportunity to address all of you. All the best.